Coming up next on AMFC, we are going to discuss agoraphobia and the treatments, which are cognitive behavioral therapy and drug therapy. Agoraphobia is an anxiety disorder caused by fear. Most people develop this disorder after having panic attacks, and this leads them to fear another attack and avoid the place where it occurred. Common symptoms include fear of being alone, fear of being in places where it may be hard to leave, for example, an elevator or bus, and being unable to leave your home. Agoraphobia is a combination of hereditary, personality, and psychological factors and environment. About 2/3 of the people with agoraphobia have relatives with the same disorder. Experiencing stressful events such as abuse, death, or being attacked may be a factor of developing this disorder. Although there is no way to fully prevent agoraphobia, cognitive behavioral therapy and drug therapy will help resolve a lot of the problems. Cognitive behavioral therapy is based on the idea that unhelpful and unrealistic thinking leads to negative behaviors. It teaches the patients how to break the cycle and find new ways of thinking that can help them behave more positively. Doctors are also likely to prescribe either antidepressants or anti-anxiety medications. Drug therapies are sometimes criticized to reduce symptoms without resolving underlying problems. This is Nicole. She grew up in North Carolina with 3 older sisters and 2 loving parents. She always did well in school and had an active childhood. You would never guess that she is a recovered agoraphobic. Nicole spent 9 years isolated in her home because she was too afraid to face the outdoors. Here she is to tell her story. Agoraphobics have an irrational fear of crowds and open spaces. People with this disorder have difficulty feeling safe in public places. They also may avoid situations that cause them to panic and feel hopeless, trapped, or embarrassed. About 3.2 million Americans suffer from this disorder, and Nicole has found her voice. So Nicole, tell us how it all began.
It all began when I was 14. My sister was killed in a tragic car accident in 2001. After this, I began to feel anxious while riding in cars. I was then diagnosed with panic disorder.
How did this constant anxiety affect you?
My disorder started to take over my life. By the time I got to college, I was so nervous that I'd have a panic attack during class that I just quit going. My roommate often tried to get me out of the dorm room to go to parties with her, but I always refused because I got anxious in large crowds. I then bought a house next to my parents' home in an attempt to make me feel more comfortable and less anxious.
You dropped out of school and lived on your own. What did you do throughout the day if you never left your house?
I just sat at my house watching TV or reading books because I was too afraid to face her outside of my home. Just the thought of me going outside made me feel like I was going to have a heart attack. I started to rely on my neighbor to bring me groceries every week. I couldn't talk to my family or friends, which made me feel very alone and worthless.
Did your parents know what you were dealing with?
They knew something was wrong when I wouldn't leave my house. I wouldn't even go to my sister's wedding. They got a doctor to come to my house, and that's when I was diagnosed with agoraphobia. I then decided to get a therapist.
Please welcome out Dr. Owens. Dr. Owens helped Nicole recover by using cognitive behavioral therapy. This is a short-term therapy that focuses on current problems rather than past issues. About 80 to 85% of people become panic-free after using this therapy. We are going to look at a clip of Nicole's first therapy session.
Hi, Dr. Owens. This is my safe room. When I start to panic, I come in here to make me feel more comfortable. Over here, I have the days since I haven't been outside.
Okay, do you want to do therapy in here to make you feel more comfortable?
Yes, please. You can sit here.
Okay, Nicole, can you tell me what's been going on?
About a week ago, I was diagnosed with agoraphobia. I want to face my fears, but I know I can't do it alone.
Well, I'm here to help you. First, we're going to try cognitive behavioral therapy, where I'm going to try to change the way you think, and it will result in more positive behaviors. I'm also going to prescribe you an anti-anxiety medication to help reduce your symptoms of anxiety. For this to be effective, you have to be willing to try to practice every single day, and first I want to try thought tracking. Here's a journal. I want you to write down everything that you think, like your automatic thoughts. Next week, we're going to discuss what you have written down and try to change your negative thoughts to positive ones. Nicole, can I see your journal to see what thoughts you've been having? Very good. I'm proud of you for completing my assignment, but all of these thoughts are negative. Why do you think that is?
Well, I've been stuck in my house for so long, there aren't many positive things left in my life, so I guess I just plan to focus on the negatives.
Well, this week we're going to try to stop those negative thoughts. I want you to try to do something called thought stopping. Every time you think of something negative, I want you to say stop out loud to yourself, and it's going to help you gain control of your own thoughts.
Dr. Owens, how long did it take you until Nicole could go outside her home?
Well, it took me many months, but she finally got to the point where she could go outside on her own, and she believed in herself.
Although it was very hard, it was one of the most freeing days of my life.
Nicole, you can do this. Just remember thought stopping when you start to freak out.
I can't do this. I'm going to die out there. It's too hard.
No, you won't. It's okay. You can do it. Just deep breaths. Come on, keep walking. You're almost there. Come on, Nicole, you can do it. Just pull the handle. You did it! Good job!
Cognitive behavioral therapy combined with drug therapy really helped Nicole overcome her disorder. Her anti-anxiety medication relieved her anxiety symptoms, which helps her focus on positive thinking and confronting her fears. Nicole, is there anything else you would like to add?
Although it took many months, I'm proud to say I'm finally a recovered agoraphobic.
Join us next week when we meet Amy Michael to discuss her popcorn addiction.
Go!
So, Nicole, what other processes have you made?
What other process?
Yeah, wait, that's not what I'm
Progresses!
You're reading books.
What did I do? Can I see your journal to see what thoughts you've been having?
To go anxious. Wait, what did I say?
Please welcome out Dr. Owens.
Wait, you started too early.
She didn't start yet.
Yeah.
I refuse. I refuse.
Well, this week we're going to focus on thought
Disorder. And Nicole has finally found her voice.
Oh shoot, I have a panic attack.
Often avoid places that they may feel panicked.
That's
That was how it all began.
When I was 14, it all began.
Nicole, you can do this. Just remember deep breath or panic.